Okay, we got Jake Odum with us. Jake co-led the team in scoring with 18 today, and obviously a great comeback effort. And it's my understanding that your guys that Coach Lansing got on you guys at halftime and kind of lit a fire under you. You talk about that and how important that was to hear that at that point.
Yeah, I mean, we needed a little chewing out in the locker room at halftime. We didn't really come to play. One of the keys in the first half was slow him down in transition and we let Mitchell get to the rim too many times. So he knew that we needed a little spark, and he was the guy to do it. It needs to come from the players most of the time, but he really stepped it up for us, and he helped us win that game a lot tonight. And that's big ups to coach on that. But we got to come out a little bit stronger. We came out a little too flat again, and but we were able to bounce back on the road. Tough place to play, and a good quality win. Let's go.
I mean, I'm sure you guys were glad to hear it, but are you kind of disappointed that you have to hear it? I mean, it worked out for you today, but I mean, does this kind of maybe you hope, create that fire without having somebody have to call it out of you?
Yeah, there's no question, and it has to come from us senior leaders. But when we're not playing that well, it's hard to step up and say something because other guys don't want to listen when you're not playing your best. But at the end of the day, we got the win, and that's all that really matters. We're going to learn from it, we'll grow from it, and it wasn't another hard lesson that we had to learn. At least we got to win out.
You guys attacked the basket a lot better in the second half. That was a big key. UNI slowed down a little bit in the second half, but you guys played good defense. Just talk about some of the keys on the floor that got you over the top.
Well, we put Manny on Mitchell to start the half, and he did a tremendous job slowing him down. Then when he came out the injury, they kind of lost a little bit of their feel. They lost a little bit of their grit. We were partly able to do that by putting a little bit more ball pressure on them, not letting their shooters get going. We were sending a double team to tunnel down low. So it started with the defensive end, and that's what translated our offense to get going.
There are a lot of hustle plays too. I know you had a three-point miss in there. Christian goes and dives on the floor for a rebound. Manny had a few like that as well. There are a lot of effort plays that were made that weren't there in the first half and weren't there at Southern. We just talk about kind of those kind of being conjured up by the fire that was lit underneath you guys.
Yeah, those are game-winning plays. Anytime you dive on the floor or win a 50-50 ball, that's a game-winning play. It was down to like 2 or 3 late in the game, and those 2 or 3 balls that we got that we might not have, or that we shouldn't have got, or if we didn't dive, we wouldn't have got it. That plays into a factor. So those extra possessions are key in winning these games.
I suppose this win, it's important. It's very important. But it's only as important as you play after it. Just talk about building on this. Obviously, Wichita is going to be very difficult on Wednesday, but kind of building on the way you guys played is probably the most important thing to come out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to watch the film. We're going to see the tale of two halves out here, I guess is so to say. We're going to realize what we didn't do in the first half and what we did in the second half, and we got to take what we did in the second half and translate that against Wichita because it's got to be 40 minutes of that type of ball to be able to compete with them.
All right, thanks, Jake.
Yep.